Hey guys, what's going on? Thor Diekow here. Another edition of This Week on Blu-ray, DVD, and On Demand is upon us, and we start with a doozy, the science fiction action adventure Star Trek Beyond. This is the third installment in that rebooted Enterprise franchise, and Justin Lin taking over directing duties here from J.J. Abrams. And you know what? This had a lot of great action, funny moments as well, kind of an episodic feel, and really good kind of throwback references to the original series, which I really enjoyed. You need a keen eye to be able to spot them all, but joining the cast, well, yeah, of course you have the entire original cast reprising their roles from the first two movies, and sadly this was one of Anton Yelchin's final roles before his untimely death. But newcomers include Idris Elba as the villain here, and Sofia Boutella, who I loved in Kingsman. She's the sort of alien that has that white face that teams up with Simon Pegg in this one. But the Enterprise encounters a mysterious new enemy who puts them and everything the Federation stands for to the test, and that of course is Idris Elba. I won't tell you too much more about his character because there's an interesting mystery at the center of the story, but you can get this one on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray 3D, and the Blu-ray standard combo backs with the DVD as well. You've got over an hour of action-packed bonus content, featurettes from the filmmakers and cast, and you can see how they made an unprecedented 50 new alien species created for this one. And of course, Star Trek celebrating 50 years this year. There's also a gag reel, deleted scenes, and lovely tributes to the late Leonard Nimoy and Anton Yelchin, and also the Dolby Atmos soundtrack, which was remixed specifically for the home theater environment. I thought at times it relied a little too much on the action, and in terms of the final climax of the film, I'm really waiting for that classic sort of dogfight space battle scenario like we saw in The Wrath of Khan. If you've seen Star Trek Beyond, you know what I'm talking about, because they kind of were planet-bound for a lot of it. But that's okay. There were a lot of great moments in this one, and I liked how they effortlessly put in the humor as well. So Simon Pegg co-wrote this one as well, and the results are there on screen. Must-have for the Star Trek lover in your life, and you can actually get this one as part of a trilogy that brings you Star Trek Into Darkness, and Star Trek Beyond. There you go, lots to choose from there. Let's move on now to the comedy realm, Bad Moms. And Mila Kunis has a seemingly perfect life. She's got a great marriage, overachieving kids, a beautiful home, but you know what? She's stressed and overworked and overcommitted. She teams up with her friends Kristen Bell and Catherine Hahn on a quest to kind of liberate themselves and go on a wild binge. That puts them at odds with the PTA, led by Queen Bee Gwendolyn, played by Christina Applegate. So she's having some fun here in a villainous role, and she, of course, has her team of perfect moms, played by Jada Pinkett Smith and Annie Momolo. I don't know. This movie, I think, it kind of suffered in the writing department. I thought these women, they're all strong actresses. They deserved a little better. However, I will say Catherine Hahn is an absolute scene stealer in this. She's sort of akin to, I don't know, like Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover. She's just wacky, madcap, at times nonsensical, really having fun. You can tell they all enjoyed the roles. I just thought some of the jokes were a little cliched. Could have used a little polish in the script department. Funny, speaking of The Hangover, it was actually from the writers of the Hangover. And I felt like it was a little too male-centric. It might have benefited from some female writers tackling these kind of issues and comedy scenarios. But, you know, it does have some laughs, might be good for home viewing. And again, Catherine Hahn is incredible in the film. All right, we're talking drama now, and Daniel Radcliffe continuing to just branch out and take on all kinds of different roles in his post-Harry Potter era. This one, he plays an idealistic FBI agent who goes undercover to take down a radical right-wing terrorist group. Unbelievable. So he's got to stick to his new identity while maintaining real principles and navigating that sort of dangerous underworld of white supremacy. And this is very timely as well, a story that's inspired by real events, so it could be something that was ripped right from the headlines. You got an excellent cast here as well, including Toni Collette, Tracy Letts, Nestor Carbonell, and Bern Gorman. This is gritty stuff. I really enjoyed the script, and Radcliffe churns out yet another gritty performance here. Some of it's very tough to watch as well, but a high-stakes drama here with just some incredible performances and a well-crafted story at its core. All right, moving on now. We'll leave you with some television on Blu-ray and DVD. Outlander Season 2. Love this one. Katrina Balfe and Sam Heughan. Oh, my goodness. Season 2, Viva La Frasers, because Claire and Jamie, their epic time-traveling love story continues, and they set sail to France. So they kind of get out of the Scottish Highlands for the second season and get dropped right into the royal Parisian courts of King Louis XV to try to infiltrate a rebellion there. So it's time to rewrite history, baby, based on the best-selling book series about a British World War II nurse who is mysteriously swept back in time to Scotland in the 1700s. This show has become a pop culture phenomenon and really captured captivated audiences with just the romance, the science fiction element, the history and the adventure, beautiful cinematography, great performances here. And the Blu-ray and DVD contain all 13 episodes in the set there, along with 24 deleted and extended scenes and a gag reel plus 2 featurettes, including From Book to Screen, discovering the differences. You know, the main part of the victory of this show is the chemistry between Belf and Hewan. It is palpable, I tell you. A lot of sexy moments in this one, plus intrigue, history, adventure, action. It's all there, people. The total package. There you have it. That's it for this week on Blu-ray and DVD, plus on demand. Can't forget that. 4 titles to choose from. At Thor Diekel is where you can find me on Twitter. See you next week on breakfasttelevision.ca.